They are probably the most discussed group of musicians in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. The punkers of PKN from Finland. And the main theme about this group is if it's the right thing to do, to let a group of mentally disabled people sing in such a big contest. We asked this to Professor Jacqueline Schenk from the Erasmus University in the Netherlands. She is specialized in Psychology and Orthopedagogical Sciences.
I think it depends on which goals you're talking about. When you're considering the goals of the band itself, undoubtedly they will, try to do their very best and, be very proud afterwards of, about the performance that they delivered on the evening. But there might be a different goal from the perspective of the Finnish audience, why they propose that this band actually, will represent their country, and that might be to start a public debate about including people with learning disabilities. So different goals, and depending on the preparedness of a society, of the audience to accept people with learning disabilities to perform, the band may have reached their goal, or the audience or the society.
Are the members of PKN aware of the fact that they are supposed to be role models for other people with mental disabilities? Or are they just a group of musicians that want to be judged in the same way as everybody else wants to? The latter would be the best way to deal with their participation.
I think there's a risk of generalization of a bad result to the whole population of people with learning disabilities, and that is a wrong generalization, because the population is so diverse. We're not just talking about people of a certain height or some one measurement in terms of a characteristic. A learning disability is only a measure determined by IQ, but the emphasis more recently has changed from IQ to social adaptation, to participate, to being able to participate in society, and which strengths and weaknesses there are, and which amount of support or training people with learning disabilities need in order to fully participate in society. So if the result is negative, then that might actually be harmful, because then society might think, they're no good, they can't do much, and they should stick to doing the dishes.
Though they should be judged as all the other participants, it's important that PKN gets the right guidance in their Eurovision dream.
In case the band wins, then of course the question arises, why did they win? Is that because of the quality of their song and their performance, or is it because people might consider it sad, and that's, that being a reason for giving them high grades? Or if they lose, then also, the band should be protected, and be, that's why they need to be fully prepared in case they lose, because there may be other reasons why they are not, getting the highest grades, because people might misunderstand learning disabilities and or Down syndrome and, accompanying problems. And I think it depends on how conscientious the media will handle, the further publicity surrounding this performance in newspapers, on television, whether or not this this band and the performance on the Eurovision Song Contest will have reached this goal or not.
Finland will take part in the first semi-final on Tuesday, the 19th of May, where Aina Mun Pita will be sung as the 5th song of the evening.